Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. I'm late. I'm late. I'm very, very late. But I'm here. I am also here. Oh my goodness. I might have to just play all by myself today in the craft room since I'm so late. But we'll see. We'll see if we have some friends drop by to say hi. Well, guess what, you guys? I'll make a whole video about it, but I've got scraps. This is from my Happy Meal, but we can use it. And not only do I have like a few scraps here that are hanging out on my desk, but I've got scraps everywhere. I mean, I just have them in one big box, but the box is so full that I can't even really get into it. So here's what I want to talk about this morning. You're going to be seeing a lot of scrappy projects and cards from me going forward until we can get that box, lighten the load of that box. What I'm tempted to do is there's basically, like, brace yourself. There's 3 months till this year is done. I know, right? So there's 3 months until 2025 is over. So kind of what I want to do is see what I can bust out of that scrap box by the end of the year. And then maybe anything left in the scrap box, I ditch. And I start 2026 like a carefree girly with an empty scrap box. I'm telling you, that scrap box probably has 15 pounds of scraps in it. But I'm just kind of tempted to do that. I'm going to see what I can do. Are y'all along for that ride? You know, I know not everyone keeps their scraps, but I'm thinking about doing it, and I'll report on to you maybe on the first of each month. I've had these lovely flowers sitting over to the side. I have one left that I could do. So I'm thinking I could use these. I could use my scraps. I could use whatever. I also have some Alice in Wonderland ephemera from Journal Say that I unboxed last week. So I could play with that too. Make some scrappy little cards and use some of my old, some of my new. Oh, what? I turned my chair and guess what I found? More scraps. So tell me, I want to know, do you guys keep your scraps? I'm curious. Inquiring minds want to know. Maybe you craft with your scraps right away. Maybe you don't. Here's some Alice. And more Alice. I will link these Alice down below for you. And that way, they're from Journal Say, in case I grabbed every Alice I could find, because that's the kind of girl that I am. I love Alice in Wonderland. So, anyways, these are from Journal Say, and it's ephemera. It's Alice ephemera. Let me say hi to everybody as I make some scrappy cards. So, you know, 30 minutes to craft. You only have 30 minutes to craft. You can make stuff, or I have a little series, and you know, it's one of those ongoing things. But hey, I have 2 random pieces of paper that came out of a card kit. Let's use those 2, because I don't have any other pieces. This is just, they're one-offs. You know, they came from like a Spellbinders card kit. One of those things where you get 1 of each color and you get what you get. And I don't have any others. So, all right, let me get in there. See you guys. Hello, Miss Jennifer. First one in the house today. Good morning. I'm not by myself. Yay! I don't know. It's so late. I'd understand if I was. And Miss Sala's here. Miss Sala, hello. I'm like, what? It's an A2. 4 1/4 or 5 1/2. I did it. Okay. And let's do it again. 5 1/2. Cha-ching. So there's that. These are some wild colors, but I think it'll work. Now I'm tempted to make them like a Z fold or something. Don't mind me. I'm trying to get to all my stuff. How was y'all's weekend? Did y'all have a good weekend? Hello, Miss Linda. How are you? 4 1/4. I have to remind myself now of what size I'm making. When I'm making an A2 card, it's no longer autopilot. I actually have to think about it. Hi, Miss Vicky. Vicky, now that you've been retired a little bit, how's retirement? Unless God has other plans that I could have no clue about, it'll be a long time for me. It'll be a long time for me. Hello, Miss Paula. How you doing, dear? Okay. I don't think we'll make 4 cards today, but who knows? Because we're playing with scraps. Anything is possible. I've got this great big scrap. For whatever reason, I feel like I'll like the scrap better with the pink. I don't know why that is. Let's cut this down into 2 scraps. I'm not even going to cut it. I'm just going to tear it. We're going to do like Desiree's kind of card making where we don't measure. We're just going to kind of tear and go with it today and trust the process. And what if this goes over here? It's going to go behind that torn part. That could work. Yeah, that can work. I'm going to turn this and just tear this at the same spot. And we've created a background already. And I need to move like lightning today. Maddie, I actually fell asleep binge watching your channel last night. You may have noticed in your comments section. I had the time of my life hanging out with you, watching you, I don't know, watching your videos for like the last 5 months. I just went kind of all around your channel and got caught up. It's just hard. I have limited time to watch, and it's just hard to make all of the rounds. But you guys, Maddie's making some really awesome content on her channel, and I, I know you're not prepared for this morning, but I'm going to talk about your channel today. And like, I just love, you're a lot like me in the fact that you're like, I don't know, I'm going to turn on the camera and share my crafty journey. And I love that you shared like products you've never used. And let me tell you, you've got some amazing goodies in your stash. The Bombay inks and all the things, those journals. Oh my goodness. I want to inspire you to use them, but it got me to thinking, Maddie, I got to thinking that what if all of us who recognize that we just already have too much stuff, I have a whole new idea that I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about, and it doesn't matter if they have or haven't. To me, it's totally new, and that is setting up a little supply shopping session or section, sorry. I know everyone's working with a different amount of crafty space. First of all, I have to say that. I know we don't, you know, some people have a whole room. Some people have a corner of the dining room. Girl, I've been there. I used to craft in the corner of the living room. I didn't have my own room. We had 3 bedrooms and 4 people, so there was no extra bedroom until we moved. But so I get it. Anyways, if you have the space, what if we set up a box or an area in our craft room and set up shop? Like set up our own cute little craft shop kind of vibe for us to shop from, so we can shop our own stash. These aren't the right color, I don't think, and they're blending too much. May have to put something behind them because they're pretty tiny, which is nice, especially for A2 card makers. They're not too tiny, they're just perfect for scene building. I was also thinking about getting out my little stage curtains. I could create a whole scene. These are so fantastic. Hold on. Anyways, so you got me thinking. You got me thinking. We can use a doily. I'm gonna keep saying hello to everyone. Miss Paula Rice, did I say hi to you? Good morning. You ordered you ordered from Journals, say, and got everything 50% off plus a coupon and free shipping. I can't wait to play. Isn't it amazing? It's amazing, and they ship quick. You know what I did with this order? I mean, I've ordered from them with my own money, and then I have, you know, they've reached out and they said, hey, we'd like to send you some stuff, see if you like it and if you want to share it on your channel or not. Those are my favorite kind of collabs. And I was like, sure, absolutely. And then they reached out again, and I was like, oh yes, absolutely. I knew you guys had a good experience, and I had a good experience with them. But I ordered with no special treatment to make sure, you know, make sure it wasn't getting the hookup, if you know what I mean. I wanted to see what y'all's experience might be like. I think think I'm going to want some more stages, but in different colors. I got the red, so the stages aren't the right colors. Okay, so we've got a doily here, and then now we can pop the teacups and the kettle. Guys, I just woke up from this really cool dream about a museum that was being built, and each building covered a different civilization. Oh my goodness, it was so cool. I don't know, the doily got me thinking, even that doesn't even have an Alice on it, but it's super cute. Okay, you keep large scraps, Maddie? Yeah. Miss Sala, Miss Linda, I've been crafting for Mindless Crafting Card Challenge. My place is a mess. Oh my goodness, they're having a card challenge? I'm behind. Ever since they went to Wednesdays, I don't get to catch them anymore. And it's one of those things where I have to watch them on replay. We're going to put Sprinkle Joy Everywhere, I think. That one. I think that would work for this. And then I'm still thinking about, so Sprinkle Joy Everywhere right there. You know, these are just scrap cards, so won't go too over the top. Paper is an investment, so I don't like to waste it. Yeah. Same. Well, and you know, my theory on that, Paula, is if you have scraps, chances are you really like them because they're paper you've chosen to use. So it makes it even harder for me to discard it, because I'm like, but I think we might put an Alice just right down there, but I don't know if we're going to use this one because it's all very blendy with our background. Or I have this one from Esther. I don't know if I still have the stamps on my desk. Let me see. I may have put them away, but I thought to myself, Self, keep these out. I kept them out because you're going to want to play with those again. These. And I still haven't made that Halloween card. But this stamp comes in 2 sizes. We have the little size and the big size. This is the big size. Let's just cut her out real quick. Maddie, I'm not done talking about your channel, so prepare yourself. Okay, but I'm kind of all over the place, and that is because I kind of just woke up. So the dream was really cool. I went, as soon as I heard about it, I went and traveled to see it. Then I got distracted by a Van Gogh in Paris exhibit. I stopped off to get a snack, looked across the way, and I was a little lost in my dream. I'm just talking about a dream. And there was an exhibit across the street that was like Van Gogh in Paris. And I was like, oh, well, shoot, I got to go see that. So I went and saw that. then I went to see. I couldn't decide which like ancient civilization to go visit first. They were all in big buildings. It was so magical looking. And then I heard someone slam a cabinet door, and I was like, oh no. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. And so I thought I'll play with Alice today. Okay, let's put that back in. Okay. I don't like how lost and clustered this all looks. Just don't. So this is better for me. And then this could be, now we can kind of, we'll still use this for something. That was just too much. So what if we do something like this? And it may not go there, but it might. I don't know. Hi, Miss Angie. Let me get caught up with y'all. I love the Alice in Wonderland too, Linda. I keep my scraps and I make cards with all the scraps from a pad of paper before I consider the pad busted. Yeah, that's cool. I do some of that sometimes. It just depends. Okay. What if we anchor the doily like this? I think I'm going to emboss this, the base. I might have to clean up that edge or tear that edge. They can't be one torn, one clean. I'm not liking that. But I think we can emboss it, and I think that's our card. So we have one done. Hold on, move that one over. It just needs to be embossed. When y'all watch Letty, Party Planner Papery, bust up a paper pad, she's so funny. She like will have nothing but the branding strips left over, and she'll be like, I guess I considered this smashed. And it's like, yeah, girl, all you have is the branding strips with the name of the paper pad on it. That's completely smashed. I'm going to use this Alterenew Cameo 3D. Oh, they call that 3D? Okay. And I'm going to emboss my card base with this. You don't have to emboss your whole card base. You can just cut a piece of paper and emboss your card front, but I like embossing the whole base. These days, I could change my mind at any moment. Let's see. There we go. All right. I had to see if my machine considered this a 3D. Kind of. Yeah, it just needs to be tightened up a little bit. Did y'all have a nice weekend? I hope y'all had a nice weekend. I didn't need to work as much as I have been. Not even, so that was nice. And I think this week is going to be like a pretty normal week. Look at that. Y'all know I want to run some ink over it, but before I do that, let's see what this looks like. I'm going to clean up this edge. I'm going to catch up to you guys up earlier today. So I caught when you were first live. Yay! And I was late, Bala. All right. I like this little motif we've got going on. We've got the stacked teacups, the teapot, and a snack. A delicious little cake. So let me glue this down because I'm good with all of this. So get ready the next 3 months, which is how long it might honestly take to use up that box of scraps. We are going to be making some scrappy cards. And honestly, scrappy cards are so much fun. There's something about them. I think it's when I look out, I go, I have to make something from this. Can I do it? Can I make something from this? And it's just kind of fun. I wanted to spread this out a little bit. There we go. That way I could see the little platter stand it's standing on and the whole teapot. So I just moved that over more. Retirement has been really busy. That's what I hear most people say, Vicki. So it sounds like you're doing it right or normal. Sounds like that's what it is for most people in the beginning. Doesn't mean it has to stay that way, but in the beginning, I think that's what it's kind of like for people. We're going to do this about right there, okay? I know. Anyone who has to go and I don't see you before you go, I'm sorry, but goodbye. And anyone just coming in, I'll see you. I'll see what you're talking about. Okay. Should probably make sure that's straight. It's as straight as it needs to be for an Alice in Wonderland card. There we go. Dun, da, da, da. John showed up. Hey, John. John, your Happy Meal is getting closer to being done. Oh gosh, you guys, this weekend was spendy. Let me tell y'all the story. So my husband and I on Friday were like, you know, we've been kind of putting off the purchase of a new couch, and we were like, we should really just get the new couch. And so we started shopping on Friday for a new couch. And we weren't thinking of spending more than like $1,000, you know, just get a couch. Well, we went, we found some things, but there were a lot of options, to be honest, in that price range. But that's not how buying new furniture works. I mean, it's always worked like that for us, but that's not what we did. So before long, I'm going to actually glue her down first. And then I might color her with colored pencils. Yes, because I want to inspire Maddie. And all of you. But Maddie's really seriously trying to use her stash, you guys. And she's been showing things that she has in her stash that she's never used. Now, I think that's really cool. And so she has a lot of brand new things in her stash. So then I was thinking, should definitely set up like a shopping station. So Maddie, recognize these? I know, I don't use them that much either. I got in this really pretty case on Amazon for like $7 back in the day. That was before all the craziness that is today, but I store them in here. Okay, so we can color up little Alice real quick with just, we're not going to go overboard here. We're just going to give her some color. These are the Bun, what are they called? I can't really see it. And I've taken them out of their packaging. This is Forget Me Not Blue, Brunt Fooner, colored pencil, Brute Fooner. It's hard to see it. Brute Funner. I think it's Brute Funner. I'm looking at these browns now. Oh, that's Crayola. I have a whole mixture. Oh, these are the Crayola skin tones. That's what I'm pulling from now. That's right. I just mixed them up in this pencil case. Anyway, so we shopped for 3 days for a couch, you guys. But yesterday was the day. We found our couches. Where did we find them? In the custom area. We ended up customizing our couches, our pillows. But we're really excited. And no, we did not stay in the budget we were originally planning. But I think it's an investment that we will enjoy using. And we don't like change our furniture just because we don't follow fads or anything like that. So we'll have these for some time. Hopefully at least like, you know, at least 5 years. We can completely replace them at any point in 5 years. So we finally found them. It was quite the journey finding the couches. So I spent a lot of my weekend working and doing that. Couch shopping. It was fun. It was just such a much longer process than I had anticipated. Oh my gosh. And we have, you know, there's a lot of furniture stores to choose from. We started at this one that's closest to us called Living Spaces. And the last few times we've bought furniture, we've gone there. We just like the furniture and like the shopping experience. Nobody there earns commission. So there's no pressure and everyone's just really helpful. There's no competition. There's no, you know, none of that energy. Oh man. So we started there, we found some things, but we were like, let's go, you know, give other furniture stores a try. We went into one other and it was Ashley, and they're very competitive. It's like a completely different shopping experience. It was no fun. We did not like it. We could not wait to leave. They didn't have, first of all, they didn't really have anything we liked. And just the whole salesmanship part of it all is a total turnoff to us. We're like, run. So then we went back to Living Spaces and it's just so awesome. They have a whole cafe there and everything is $2, all beer, wine, pizza, sandwiches. I mean, they have like desserts. They serve Starbucks coffee. I got an, you know, like an espresso and everything, $2. And then if you buy a piece of furniture, they'll comp like as many meals as you want to have over there in that day. Well, yesterday we were there from like 12 to 5, so we ended up having pizzas and drinks and desserts, and it was all on the house. It's a really nice experience. And then they have this indoor like jungle gym. That's our first card, by the way. We did it. I'll put a insert there. Our kids are too big for all that now, but used to, when we would shop at Living Spaces, one reason we would shop there is our kids were smaller and they absolutely loved the indoor. I mean, it's an amazing indoor playscape, movie theater, all these things for the kiddos, and it's free. You just take your kids, drop them off, and go shop for your furniture. It's glorious. So we went right back to Living Spaces. I'm happy to give them my money. They make the shopping experience so nice. Who else is going to give you free Starbucks these days? We made a card. It started with scraps. I didn't use that many scraps. I just used this, but it started with that. Okay, let's get this scrappy gal back out and turn her into something fabulous. And I've got all these scraps over here. So let's put this down. So we finally found something. I like that running behind that. That's a Kendra move. Ooh, what if we make this one? This girl's like a really good size. We turn this into a birthday card if we want. Mary C, how are you? So good to see you. All right, Esther taught me. Esther sent me these, and she's the one that taught me, hey, you can just put a drop of water on the back and pick up your unmounted stamp on a block with just water. I never knew that. All right. We're going to need to stamp this on something. So it may have taken us 3 days to find our new living room furniture, but we're done with it now. It's a done deal. It's ordered. It'll be here in 4 to 6 weeks. And that's that. And I'm excited about it. Okay, so I talk more about Maddie's channel. Maddie is the empty nest scrapper. Empty nest scrapper, by the way. So if you're watching this afterwards, you can look her up. I'll leave a link later too. I'll leave a link in this video. It'll be later, but I'll leave a link later that has Maddie's channel, and I'll link a couple of videos. And then also these Alice in Wonderland things from Journal Say, just so you can find them easier. I know somebody was looking for the flowers and they were like, I got overwhelmed. There's too much stuff. There is a lot of stuff on their website. So I think I saved most of the links this time to make it easier on all of us. So Maddie's been sharing things that that are in her stash, you know, she hasn't used yet. She's sharing projects, cards that she's made. And it's just, I just love it, Maddie, because you're just real, and I like it. You know, just really sharing your craft journey with all of us, and I think it's fabulous. so fabulous. Miss Tamara's here. We don't get to see Miss Tamara in the live very often. I get to see her in the comments, but she doesn't get to join us for the live very often. So welcome, Miss Tamara. I'm behind, like way behind today on reading comments. Miss Linda survived her granddaughter. Thank you, Sala, for sharing Maddie's channel earlier. I know it was earlier, but thank you very much. Let's talk about World Card Making Day. And Maddie, also, just one more thing. Congratulations on reaching 1,000 subscribers. I know at one point you were like, I don't know. You're doing awesome. You know, it took me a couple of years to get there. From what I remember, I don't have it. Probably should have documented my journey a little better, but I didn't. You know, she's just a lady like many of us, not all of us. Because dudes craft too, but just sharing her experience and her journey. These are Crayola colored pencils. You don't have to get fancy with your coloring tools, you guys. I'm just kind of, instead of using like a tool to smooth this out, I'm using a lighter color to blend. So went over it very lightly with the darkest color, and now I'm going back over it and blending it out with the lighter color. She's got a suntan. It is the end of summer. I think she had a more fun in the sun than I did this summer, this lady. Jason's card was better than my first card. Tell him I said good job. Oh, I need to see Jason's card. I need to see it. I'm going to put her in a green dress. Like peridot green, like she has an August birthday. She's wearing the dress to match. Keep it real simple here. I'm not great at coloring hair. I'll be the first to tell you. It's not something I'm great at. I'm just going to color it brown like I colored everything else and not stress about it and not compare it to others or worry about it. Besides, I got to go. But we're going to put this on a card. Ooh, she's kind of got that. I almost thought I wanted her to be a redhead, and now she kind of is. And I like it with that green dress. I'll take it. We need that party hat colored up. Let's do pink because the card has a lot of pink in it. Okay, let me catch up with y'all because I don't want to leave without having read the comments. Oh, you had fun with her? Good. Finally got alive early in here in Oregon. I know, Miss Mary. I can't even believe you're awake, but good morning. Let's make this cake a soft pink. We don't want to leave it white. It's going to look like a wedding cake and it's a birthday cake. I don't know where that pencil goes. It doesn't matter. It's not like they're in order or anything. And then let's make the top tier kind of purple. There we go. All right. It's not the best coloring job in the world, but you know what it'll do. Just going in with slightly darker colors on the edges here. So it kind of looks more like a dimensional cake that it is. Bethany's here. Hey, Bethany. Sorry, I'm really behind today on the comments. John Bound. I like that y'all are just hanging out with each other, catching up. I think it's awesome that Jason's making cards. You know, it just takes a little while to win them over. And some may never join us, and that's okay. Yellow tablecloth. There we go. All right. Now, do I want to leave her in a square or do I want to fussy cut her out? I think I want to fussy cut her out. I know, then we're going to lose some of the things, but it'll be all right. Some of the details I'm not cutting out. Like the sparks. I know they're fabulous. Let's see. I'll try to. Let's see. I don't know if I'll like it, but we'll try to leave the sparks in. If I don't like it, I'll cut them out later before we glue it down. John, will you figure out? Your cards always turn out so awesome. I know. I really love his cards. And Miss Jill's. So much talent. And just one little couple. It's like watching Bill craft. I always can't wait to see what Bill's gonna do. And then Tracy's awesome, of course. I love the way Tracy makes cards. It's very much like what we're doing today, just making some paperwork and coloring for fun, not perfection. Yeah, definitely fussy cut was the good choice. Whoops, nothing's glued down. We're gonna have to light up those candles. What time is it? 6:48. So when I get my scraps out, we'll be making all kinds of things with them, that's for sure. I stayed up late watching football. A Packer fan here. Aww. Flow, flow, flow. Flow, flow, flow. I have a surprise when Lana gets here. She may already be here. Miss Cheryl. Miss Cheryl, did you send me this? I mean, I put it on gold paper because I had gold scraps. But was this from you? Or was that from... It's either you or it's from Yolande. But I didn't catch it when I was doing the unboxing because it was just so many things. And then it was sitting on my desk. And it's Lana Turner and John Garfield, and the postman only rings twice. So from now on, I backed it on paper. Every time Lana shows up, we're going to pull the Lana card. Whoever sent that to me is listening, and I love it. It's hilarious. It made me laugh, and I get such a good chuckle when I found it on my desk. Ugh, it was awesome. Hi, Kathy Smith. How are you? Okay, let's glue this down. And I'm going to leave a little spot. How about I'm going to bump her up here. And then let's find a sentiment to go underneath her. I don't know that any of these are great. I mean, they're okay. They're not bad, but I don't think they are the right one for this card. We'll find one. Don't worry. Let's put some snark on it. I got big snark. Look at this. Snarky. Big talk. It's big. I made a huge to-do list for today. I just can't figure out who's going to do it. I think my guardian angel drinks. I can't express my feelings for you because predictive text has ruined my communication skills. Oh my gosh, I don't know if any of these are gonna make it for this card. It has to be like snarky and right for a birthday. Let's see. I wish retail therapy was covered by health insurance, right? I found it. I found the one. I'm not saying you're old, but if you were milk, I'd sniff you first. This is, you know, a card for a girlfriend, all right? She's going to get it. She's going to appreciate it and not be offended. It'll be fine. Let's see. Let's find some paper to back it on. It's got the scraps, that's for sure. So much same. How about this pink? That pink will work. Let's put it on pink. I need to read. Miss Amy Wilcox, how you doing? Welcome. We're just making some scrappy cards today. Literally just using my scraps and making a couple of cards. I'm going to try to work through them. I realized yesterday there's 3 months until the end of the year, and I want to use up my scraps. I have a box of scraps that have gotten a little out of control, and so I want to use them up. I'm kind of feeling this. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Y'all saw, I was not planning that at all, but it's kind of meant to be. Just gonna trim this right here. Okay. Oh, we could flip the script and do it darker. No, I think I want it same. I think that's good. It's not exact, but it's really close. So what I can do is trim it to this. We don't have to compromise. We just trim this. None of it's measured. But we'll trick them into believing it was. I also want to trim off that roughness there. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's move that down. It's just a scrap card, but I still want it to be right. You'll know how it is. Oh, nothing's straight, so it's all wonky and driving me crazy, is what's going on. Okay. I think it's so crooked. So crooked. But I don't even have a straight edge to make it straight. So we're just gonna have to live with it, go with it, embrace it. It is what it is. It's just a card, it's just paper, it's fine. They're just Crayola and this old brand that you probably can't even get anymore. I remember I had to get mine off Etsy. I was influenced by Lindsay the Frugal Crafter. You don't really need them necessarily. I'm just gonna say they're great, but they're not like out of this world good or anything. Let me save you some money. Right, Maddie? You know, I could totally relate to your videos because we've all been there. We've all been influenced in this hobby to get things, and then we're like, did I really need that? No. I wish I could move her up, but I have to go, so I can't. We're gonna have to live with it. Brute Funner is the brand. I don't know if they still make them, if you can still find them. I have no idea. They were the rage about 3 years ago. There's okay, so Saturday, 8 a.m. I'll be back before then. But just like always on my channel, 8 a.m. on Saturday, it just happens to be World Card Making Day. Desiree's coming. We're going to have a good old time. We want you to come. So, I'm sure there's a lot of places you can be and you can go anywhere you want. But if you want to hang out with Desiree and I, we will be here on Saturday at 8 a.m. Then, Craft Roulette. Miss Mary Gunn and Amanda Stevens are having a World Card Making Day. And guess what? I'm going to be there too. I don't know in what capacity yet. I don't know if I'm crafting or doing a little fill-in for hosting. I'm not sure. To be honest, it's a total surprise. But I'm going to be over there too. And so, I'm going to be around. In fact, I've cleared my schedule for Saturday. I am going to be enjoying. I treat it like a holiday, y'all. I do. Every year now, I treat World Card Making Day like a holiday. You may be looking for these stamps. They were sent to me from Germany by my friend Esther from a company called Stample Bar. Sorry. Do they have a .com or anything? They do. It's .e. D-E. Sorry. Like, you know. It's this spelling .de if you wanted to find them online. But these are some lovely Happy Mail I got for my birthday. And then I used other things in my stash, like my Tim Holtz saying, like a printable, and my Alice from stuff from Journal Say. So those are the 2 cards I made, just using my scraps. The scraps that were on my desk, these haven't even been in the box yet. It is. Thank you, Linda. I'm so excited. It's going to be very nice. It's going to be. I also had to buy a new computer this weekend because the one I use in here that I use for like random shipping, like Happy Mail, I spent 3 hours yesterday trying to get it to turn on and open Google. 3 hours. And then I said, no more. I'm so tired of fighting this computer. That's one reason my Happy Mail's delayed, is because I have to find the strength to turn on that stupid computer. I would like to take it to a shooting range. I'm just saying. I hate that computer. So I'm getting a new computer too. It's just time to get some essentials around here. I'm tired of fighting with it. So I'm so excited. I'll just be able to walk over there, turn it on, and create a shipping label. And now for my business, I use a different computer and a different setup. But for my personal life, that computer has been a hot mess for a while. So I'm really excited to ditch it. I've tried all the, I am in Central Telling Time. Central Standard Time. Hi, Truth Hear It. Sorry, I'm not usually this late on my, it's been a long time since I was this far behind. Hi, Nikki Jane, on my comments. 6 a.m. is a brave time to start. I'm a brave girl. I'm a brave one. Yeah, no, it's just my time of day when I get to craft. I have to, it looks like Marilyn Monroe. It does. Now, 8 a.m. on Saturdays is when I go live. So I let everybody sleep in a little extra. I'm honestly up and crafting before then. Yes, we're the hippos here in Hutto. That's right. Beth, hello. Da, 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 da. I'm going a little fast here. Geez, Louise. I'm so sorry, guys. Hi, Kathy Smith. Y'all probably like, why does she ignore her live? Like, I'm usually never this far behind. Tomorrow is my B-day. Cheryl, yay. Happy birthday. We had a September birthday celebration. That was for you. And for all the other Miss Michelle, all the other September birthdays. Oh, Danny's practicing reading now. She's loving reading comments to me. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Hi, Danny. She's probably off. Aw. That's so cool. Hey, Juju. Hi, April. So good to see you. Everyone's telling Cheryl happy birthday. Happy birthday, Cheryl. That's from the replay crew. Hi, Reagan. Reagan, did I see you're joining LV's Crafty Brigade? That's so cool. I think it's you. There can't be too many Reagans in our midst, I wouldn't think. You were, yeah, Maddie, relatable. I know, she'll get you. But she doesn't try. Yeah, anyone who's seen Tim Holtz live knows what it's like to be influenced. Yeah. Look, when I'm being good, I don't watch his lives. Or I watch them in replay and just only watch the makes and skip all the rest. Oh, hi, Ellie. Ellie, Danny, and Frankie. Now I know their names. I feel bad always saying hi to Frankie, and I didn't know Danny and Ellie. I'm writing it down. Bethany, I've been holding back on sending your foiling giveaway because I wanted to throw something in for the babies. So now I know. I wrote them down. It's committed. I caught up. I might have missed a few things in there. Now I'm super late and I must go. But we did it. We used some of my scraps and we made 2 cute cards. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel inspired to play with your scraps. I mean, I didn't even make a dent. This is everything I have. Isn't that gorgeous? Sitting off to the side. We're going to make all kinds of things. We're going to make journals with our scraps. We're going to make ephemera. We're going to make cards. We're going to make all kinds of stuff. So buckle up, Buttercup. We got 3 months of scraps around here. I know that box will last 3 months. Plus all the usual programming. Let's look at my calendar real quick. Oh my gosh, I got to get my daughter on the bus, y'all. Okay. Usually I would be here on Thursdays, but this week that's the 2nd, which is a sheet load. So I'll be back on the 1st. I'm no longer doing the collab that I was doing on the 1st, so I can be here on the 1st. So my next live will be Wednesday, October 1st, and I'll be on Saturday for World Card Making Day, which is October 4th. Those are my lives this week. If y'all want to come back, I'll try to get here on time so we won't be too rushed. All right, everyone, have a super awesome day, and I'll see you later. Bye.